What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to World Sports Culture TV. Today, I'm not even making a video, I'm making a rant. I am about to go in on Major League Baseball, the All Star Game, and the state of the game. I tuned in to the All Star Game last night looking to be entertained. I actually ended up being put to sleep. This game was terrible. I can't believe where baseball is right now, the caliber of players that are making the All Star game. This is supposed to be an example of the best talent in Major League Baseball. I was ashamed. If I was a fan at the game, I would have been booing after the first inning because nothing really happened after the first inning. What a terrible display of baseball. Unbelievable. We are talking about a Major League Baseball All-Star game where the National League struck out 15 times and had 3 hits and scored 0 runs. So you're telling me the best players in the National League are garbage. There were guys in the All-Star game last night, like Travis Bazzana on Cleveland, who was invited to the All-Star game batting .237 with 7 home runs. I mean, go back 20 years, that guy's not even making it to the big leagues. Literally wouldn't even be in the majors. I am baffled at the quality of hitting in Major League Baseball right now. I don't know if I'm just downplaying that pitchers are just godly now and just unbelievably amazing and pitching faster than ever before. You have guys like Mizorowski throwing 100 consistently. You have the guy on Cleveland who came out last night. I forget his name, but he was pitching gas. Bryce Harper said he was disgusting. That's when Bryce Harper decided to do an ABS challenge for no reason, even though he knew it was a strike. And he said that guy had disgusting stuff and he couldn't hit him. I mean, listen, if pitchers have progressed and evolved to the level of they're borderline unhittable at 90 feet with the mound, they need to do something. They need to move the mound back. They need to make the ball bigger. They need to do something because, in my opinion, this is going to be detrimental to baseball. It's hard to watch. You're tuning in to watch guys, get, extra base hits, maybe some home runs, put up some offensive numbers, get action on the base paths, watch guys play baseball. Instead, I'm watching guys strike out on balls in the other batter's box. These guys are swinging at garbage. These guys look like they have never seen a major league pitcher before in their life. I am flabbergasted. Really. I'm every word you can think of I don't even know what's going on in baseball anymore. The numbers are horrendous. We have guys on the Yankees like Austin Wells batting 150. You would be shipped to the sanitation yard to get a job being a garbage man back in the day with these type of numbers. It is unbelievable. What a hard watch. I shut the game off at like the 7th inning. I was like, listen, I don't see it getting any better. I'm just going to put on TV and go to bed because this is horrible. I was getting so frustrated watching the game. It was unbelievable. We have Cody Bellinger, over here, winning the MVP of the All-Star game by getting a 2-ribby single. That's all the man had to do. All the man had to do to win the All-Star game was get a single with men on bases. That's it. And it came in the first inning. After that, bore fest. And the MLB All Star Game is a joke. We have guys being mic'd up, talking to the announcers while they're hitting, These guys can't even perform at a high level when they're not being distracted. How about we just let them play? How about we let them focus on doing their job and providing entertainment value to the fans who showed up to the stadium and tuned in on the TV? Because I don't think these guys need any more distractions than they currently have, considering the fact that they already suck. It's baffling. I mean, what a snooze fest. What a stink fest. Baseball's in a bad spot right now. I mean, I don't even know what the league batting average is, but it can't be even close to 290. It can't. It just can't. The American League batters struck out 12 times last night. We watched a game with 27 strikeouts. And some of them were horrendous. Some of them guys are swinging at balls in the dirt. Guys are swinging at balls that are in the other batter's box, just fanning at them. I was truly, truly taken back after watching this year's All-Star Game. In my opinion, easily the worst All-Star Game I've ever seen. Easily the worst All-Star Game I've ever seen. It is shocking the quality of hitting and the quality of players that are in this All-Star Game. Take me back to the late 90s, early 2000s, when All-Star games were actually flooded with real All-Stars. Like Adrian Beltre, Albert Pujols. I can't name as many as I can off the top of my head. I don't have this stuff written down. But unbelievable. Jorge Posada, who's easily my favorite catcher of all time, being a little biased as a Yankee fan, obviously, and also he was just one of the greats, came out and said back then, if we struck out, we felt like we weren't doing our job. We felt like we were failing. Please, this message needs to be reiterated around baseball. None of these guys are doing good at their job. If I had the production level at my day job of Austin Wells, I would be fired, blackballed from the industry, and living on a cardboard box on the side of the road. I mean, this was all-time horrendous. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. An All-Star game with 10 total hits in 9 innings. 9 innings of baseball, we saw 10 total hits. We saw 1 home run. I believe there was a robbed home run. I shut the game off early, like I said. I might have missed that. But kudos to the guy who did that. At least he showed some defensive, excellence and provided a moment of entertainment, because there was not much entertaining last night going on that baseball field. What a shit show of an All-Star game. I mean, please comment down below if you feel strongly the other way about this, but I was taken back. As a baseball fan who's been a baseball fan since I've been out the womb, diehard Yankee fan, third-generation Yankee fan. My grandfather went to opening day in 1923 when they opened up the old Yankee Stadium. I mean, it's ingrained in me. I turned on the All-Star game because, like I said about the Home Run Derby, to me it's like American heritage. Like, I'll always watch the All-Star game. Wow. That was the first one I think I might have ever shut off early. What a stink fest. Unbelievable. The whole National League team should be ashamed of themselves. Those guys need to go after that game, look in the mirror and be like, am I even good at this game? Am I good at baseball? I have no idea what's going on with the state of baseball, but we have guys who play who can't hit. I mean, the Yankees recently have been proving this on their own level, not in an All-Star game, just in our own regular season games. I went to the Rays-Yankees game on Thursday of last week, I believe, and it was Garrett Cole against McClanahan. Yankees didn't score 1 run, and I believe we had 2 hits the entire game, 2 or 3 hits. I mean, it is horrible. I went to the game and left the game and said that might have been one of the worst Yankee games I've ever been to. One of the worst performances I've seen our team put up. And it's not like the Rays did anything great either. They scored 3 runs in 9 innings. Garrett Cole had a quality start. 6 innings pitched, 3 or less runs. The Rays couldn't even pour it on. I mean, baseball is in shambles right now. These guys with these terrible batting averages, everything's about launch angle and home runs. It's basically boom or bust. Basically, you're going to see a couple home runs in a game, and if not, you're not getting much action. No hit and run plays, no squeeze plays, no small ball being played. I mean, I don't even want to go into defensive nature. I mean, I'm watching the Yankees make terrible, terrible errors. The Mets are a clown show this year. You have Francisco Lindor, who makes $700 million. That's his contract. He can't field a ground ball to shortstop in the 9th inning to get a double play and get his team a win. Instead, he blows it, boots it, and then the Mets go on to blow the game and lose the game in the 9th inning. Unbelievable. What are you getting paid $700 million for? You can't even field a fucking high school level ground ball. Devin Williams blew the game. I mean, listen, that's nothing to be surprised about. He was god awful on the Yankees. One of the worst Yankees I've ever seen. He used to make my blood boil when I would see him come in because I knew the game wasn't over. I actually felt like he was giving the other team new life. Borderline Tyler Clippard levels of pitching from Devin Williams. I mean, what is going on? We sped the game up. I agree with that change. They had the pitch clock. They don't let these guys, walk around the mound, spit a little bit, take a breather. Finally, they fixed that a little bit, which is all good. They might need to fix the mound. They might need to do something to aid the offensive side of baseball. What an eye-opening experience that was last night watching the All Star Game. Horrible. And to be honest, I was surprised that the two Yankees that got up in the first inning were the guys who got hits. I mean, well, maybe not Ben Rice. Ben Rice, I don't want to be too critical on him. He's actually been a bright spot for the Yankees and has had a pretty good season, so we're not going to roast Ben Rice. But Bellinger has been in a slump for like a month and a half. When Bellinger came up, I said, he's getting out. Typical Yankee shit right here, watch. And then he ended up getting his All-Star MVP winning moment. A single. I mean, Jesus, this is something to behold. The state of baseball right now is in shambles from an offensive standpoint. The pitchers may have evolved. The pitchers may be better than they once were. And not even at pitching per se, at locating like a Greg Maddux would or a John Schmaltz would. But as far as power arms, definitely have evolved. Definitely guys are throwing harder than before at a more consistent basis. So I'll give them that. But listen, if that's going to wipe out offensive numbers to the production that we're seeing right now, they need to change it. They need to move the mound back. They need to bring back baseball because that was one of the most dead games I've ever seen. What a horrible All-Star game. I had to make a video today of just me ranting about what I saw last night. Guys batting .236 with 7 home runs making the All-Star game. And then all the corniness that they do with the kids riding bikes on the field to go to these players, Boys to Men doing the stand-up. When they did the stand-up section where they're like, I stand up for this part, I said, well, that's the most the fans have stood up all game because they haven't had anything to stand up and cheer. I mean, wow. I was baffled how bad it was. Really, 27 strikeouts in an MLB All Star Game. Those guys literally should be ashamed of themselves that they put that product out on the field last night and fans paid to come watch that. You could have left after the first inning and been like, all right, that's it. The AL All-Stars are going to win because we know the National League are going to strike out 15 times and have 3 hits tonight. 1 home run in the game. From the game's best. The MLB All Stars. These are the best of the best in baseball right now. 1 home run in the game. In a meaningless inning for the AL All Star. It's not like it came in a clutch spot, nothing like that. Vargas on the White Sox comes up, hits a home run, a moonshot. It was a great shot. Hits a moonshot in like the 6th inning, 5th inning, whatever it was, to make it 4-0. Unbelievable. I mean, baseball needs to figure it out. Baseball needs to figure it out. And I have, some of my friends, I'm all American, you know what I mean? I got American friends, but I got a lot of European heritage, so I watch European football. I have my friends saying soccer, the most boring sport ever, just watching these guys do cardio out on the pitch. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, but if you're going to tell me that European football is boring and you're going to compare it to baseball of any sport, give your head a wobble. Please, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I mean, I'd rather watch a high-intense 0-0 game, 0-0 game in European football than what I watched in that All-Star game. Or going to a Yankee game where we put up 0 runs and the other team scores 3, and that's the game. Unbelievable. I'm truly concerned about the state of baseball, and how these guys perceive themselves as professional athletes and or baseball players, because they're all horrible. They are literally all horrible. There are about maybe a handful of guys that I would say would produce at a high level in, my opinion, in Major League Baseball. Yordan Alvarez, he's batting 300 something, I believe, with 20 something home runs. That guy, great. He's having a great season, and he looks the part of an actual Major League Baseball player. Like if you were an alien, dropped on the planet and said, "Watch this game," and you watched all the players, you would have been like, "Okay, well, that's the only guy who looks like he's a professional." Judge, when he plays, Judge usually has a batting average of around 300 with, insane home run numbers. There's no coincidence that Judge is considered one of the best players in baseball. Ohtani consistently hits, and that's a guy who also pitches. You would look at that guy and be like, wow, he's a real professional. Arias, at least that guy, listen, he may not have insane pop, but at least he bats over 300. Consistently gets on base, consistently makes a concerted effort to not strike out and actually do something on the offensive side of the ball. Unbelievable. And that guy Otto Lopez on the Marlins, he's having a great season. I think he leads baseball in hits right now and batting average. So, you have guys like that who are actually hitting the baseball and not striking out at an insane rate, that actually look like they know how to hit a baseball and how to play baseball. So, I had to come on here today to rant about the state of baseball and the worst All Star Game I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, what a snooze fest, what a stink fest. That's why I got fans over here with their holding their noses and Z's for sleep, and Bellinger holding the All Star MVP because he's the only one who did anything. He had a 2-ribby single. Jeez, baseball in a bad spot right now. If you watched that MLB All Star Game last night, I'm sure you went to bed early. I'm sure that game put you to sleep. After that first inning, I could have watched paint dry and been more entertained. And let's get rid of these corny antics. We're talking to Bryce Harper in his ear while he's at bat, getting the ball thrown past him at 98, 99 miles an hour. Guy didn't even make contact, didn't even come close to making contact in his at bat. And he's making jokes like, you know what? Let's ABS challenge this even though it's a strike. Like, nobody thinks that's funny, dude. We came here to watch high-level baseball. We're supposed to be watching the best of the best baseball players. And you're making jokes about striking out and your whole team looking like garbage and striking out the whole entire game. I couldn't have been more frustrated watching that as a baseball purist and as a baseball fan. Unbelievable. But if you like what I had to say, or if you hate what I had to say, if you feel strongly in the other way, drop a comment, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, please. I'm trying to grow it. I come here with honest opinions just from a fan standpoint, non-biased. I'm not coming here as a analytical guy or as a, somebody who wants to preach stats and stuff like that. I'm coming at you from a fan, from the standpoint of a diehard sports fan with passion. So until next time, YouTube, enjoy your day off of baseball. I believe it starts again on Thursday. And hopefully we can get a better second half to this season. And maybe these guys wake up a little bit after that All-Star performance. Maybe a couple of them look in the mirror and say, maybe I got to work on my craft a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't be striking out at the rate that I am. Maybe I should try getting the ball in play. Maybe I should choke up on the bat a little bit. Something. They got to change something, these guys. But I'll see you later, YouTube. Everybody have a great day. Be well.